I had great experiences in SDA architecture. There was this time when in our previous design class, everyone would feel the same stressful workload and everyone would just help each other just to finish the plates. And for example, someone has an ellipse template and then someone just gets it and then uses it and then just throws it out again on the drafting table, and then someone else would borrow a scale and so on. So it's really something about the passion of doing here and more on helping each other out even if we're all in a deep type of workload and stress.
I think that when most people think of the Archi course here in CSB, it's mostly met with the idea that we're always buried in work. But throughout my stay, I've realized that it goes beyond that. They like to emphasize, the profs here like to emphasize the idea of art. It's not just structural design, but it's also about the art behind architecture and the meaning behind it. So it becomes very personalized, and it makes it even more beautiful and better when you experience it and when you learn it. It's sublime in a sense. It's something that we learned about sublimity and all that. Also, because it's more personal, I find it's compared to other schools, the way we learn here, it's more efficient because we have our profs. You can consult one-on-one, and it's very in touch with the Lasallian idea of learner-centered learning, because we have, when you're with the classroom sizes are small. At the same time, you get to really interact with your prof, and when they speak to you and they teach you things, it really gets through. So I think the CSB Archi is it's something very efficient, and I think it's a very good course.
The question is just as broad as what is architecture in general or in reality. You can be in the extremes. You can be a businessman as well as an artist. So from the onset, you should be able to determine or project who are you going to be in the end. Either you're going to be a designer or as an administrative architect who does the construction or the management of buildings. While on the other hand, you will be able to design whatever building types you need to design. So that's very important because there are a lot of disappointments after you graduate and then go to the real world, and what you've expected while you are in school is very different from what's happening in reality. So I guess that's how complex the architecture is. But what architecture is for me would be right now I'm trying to balance things out. Sort of being a designer as well as a manager or somebody who tries to manage the business of architecture also. But I'm still young, so I may not be the best one to say what architecture is, or actually maybe nobody does know exactly what architecture is. We all have our own